What's going on, guys? Coach No back in the building with another one. As usual, it's going to be jam packed full of jewels. And your time is always appreciated because you could be doing anything but you hear me checking out these reviews. It's another wild one about a man charged with killing his wife and two daughters. You know what I'm saying? Because he was jealous of something going on, an affair. And he was charged with killing the dude that he thought the wife was in a relationship with. So let's check it out.
I just can't imagine the other little girl they found like under the bed or a 3-year-old girl alone under a bed not far from where her mom and two siblings were murdered.
Police saying the family patriarch, 30-year-old Austin Smith, killed them and shot 3 other people in a fit of rage and jealousy, telling investigators his religion allows it. We're still waiting for him to step in front of a judge.
ABC.
All right, man. You already know that's crazy because there's always jealousy or something or rage. You know, when the man's in his feelings and he acting his feelings and his emotions instead of acting off of logic, rationality, you know, something like that. When you act off emotion, then you know that's most of the time how females they act off emotion, they live off emotion. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that, you know, you're not thinking clear, bro. And then he said his religion said it was allowed for him to do it. Well, the state and the feds don't allow it. So, you know what I'm saying? You have to abide by the laws of the land. And I don't know no religion that say you can be in a jealous rage and a fit and do something like that, man. So it just sounds crazy already. And you already know mental health, physical health, spiritual health, decision making, man. And this wasn't by far the best decision to make, bro. And then what the kids have to do with that anyway? Like that's crazy. And it was one alive, you know. Thank God she made it. However, she hid under the bed or got out of that situation. That's cool. But, you know, now she's traumatized. The dude she knew all her life as her dad just acted like that. All of a sudden, she acted crazy. Took her mom and two sisters. So, man, it's just another example of mental health. Like the kids didn't have anything to do with that, man. And you know, I don't know no religion that says it's okay to unalive kids, people for that matter. You know, especially if you're jealous or something like that. That's why it's always important to just think logical, rational. You know, don't let your emotions get the best of you so you don't make decisions like this.
15 in that neighborhood near 67th Avenue and Indian School all afternoon as we try to find out more about these two families torn apart.
Carla Navarrete beginning our team coverage outside the family's home.
Well, police came here to do a welfare check on Austin Smith's family, only to discover what they call a gruesome scene.
One of the investigators that I spoke to is a very seasoned investigator, and he said it's probably one of the worst scenes he's ever seen.
Around 8:15 last night is when Deja Patterson and her two daughters, Nasha and Mayan Smith, were found dead inside this apartment. The only survivor, a 3-year-old, found hiding under a bed. The suspect, Austin Smith, the family's father.
When I first moved in here 3 years ago, he came and introduced himself. Very, very friendly, like always. Hey, how are you? First started out with my husband, amigo, calling him friend.
But Deja and the girls, a completely different story.
Like I say, they were very reserved and very private.
This neighbor who didn't want to show her face says the oldest daughter, Mayan, often played outside with her mother.
Yeah, she was riding her bike with her training wheels and her helmet, and she would go down this little path.
Neighbors say Austin would often make reference to his religion, in some cases, praying outside.
But always stood out. Always stood out. He just had that character.
He told
Always stood out, bro. That's, you know what I'm saying, trying to be seen or whatever. And praying outside, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but always referring to your religion. Like, what religion was it, though? Because it sounds like what he did was more of a cult. And, you know, usually people in cults, bro, they act weird. They end up like a lot of cults, stories of cults. They end up unaliving themselves for their religion or what they believe is going to happen after they unalive themselves or something like that. And in this case, this dude said unaliving his family was okay, which makes me think that it has something to do with a cult. And, you know, that's like, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, but at the same time, like, there's no religion that says it's okay to unalive any child, especially when it doesn't even have anything to do with them. So it really seems like more mental health than anything, and just trying to give himself an excuse, but it's really a lame excuse because there's no reason you should even act like that and do something so egregious, man. And you could easily just get out of there and walk away. And it also, now it seems like he was in his feelings, like his wife messing around, and like they said, he was in a jealous rage, and that makes it seem like you're in your feelings and you're not thinking about religion. Or he wasn't thinking about religion when he did that. He was thinking with his emotion and trying to do something that he felt like was going to make himself feel better after, which is a crazy way to make yourself feel better, bro. And instead of just leaving the whole situation alone, that would have been the best thing to do. Get out of there.
Police he killed his family because God told him to do it after he found out about an alleged extramarital affair. He would tell my husband, I'm going to baptize you, you're going to be in my religion. My husband was just like, no, I don't know.
Nah, that's crazy because God told you to do that because your wife had an affair. Man, somebody thinking in their right mind would have moved around from that situation if their wife was having an affair. When your woman shows you that she doesn't want you anymore or she has an affair, then move around, bro. Go do you. Go work on yourself, bro. If you got another woman, go with her. The best thing to do would be to work on yourself, especially if you traumatized from that kind of situation and not thinking irrationally, not thinking with your emotions, controlling your emotions to the point where you don't make some type of decision like this and you're able to move forward with your life. This dude just put himself back forever. He probably ain't getting out, especially with the two daughters that he unalived. They didn't have anything to do with that affair. That was just somebody in a bad mental space, man. And he made the worst decision of his life because he was acting off of how he feels. And another point of God is loving and caring. And, you know, he doesn't want you to kill, or God doesn't want you to kill. Then why would you do that, especially to your daughters when they didn't even have anything to do with it? And then you try to get other people to join that religion and change their way of thinking and what they believe in to follow you to do something crazy like that. No, that's mental health, man, at its finest. And that's why it's so important that you're mentally healthy, physically healthy, spiritually healthy too. Because, you know, if you believe in something like that, then that's not, you know, spiritually healthy. Anything that tells you that it's okay to unalive your daughters for something that your wife did, and then even his wife cheating on him still, you know, you got to be able to walk away. Don't go after her like that. Let her live her life. And then that way you get to live your life and you don't have to worry about going to jail or doing anything like that.
The suspect is facing 4 counts of first-degree murder, among other charges. Reporting in the West Valley, I'm Carla Navarrete for ABC 15, Arizona.
Carla, thanks. The investigation started less than a mile away when police say Smith killed Ron Freeman, the man he believed was having an affair with his wife.
ABC 15.
See, that's crazy. Like, then you went after the dude too, because you thought he was having an affair with your wife. What if that wasn't even a dude that was having an affair with your wife? Now you might have just unalived the wrong person. That's not any religion that tells you to do anything like that. That's really mental health issues. When you do something like that and you don't even have all the facts, you just act off of how you feel instead of what really is, and knowing how to separate yourself from negative behavior and not being sucked into it. Anyway, man, it's Coach Noob. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're feeling this kind of content. And your time is always appreciated because you could be doing anything, but you heard me checking out these reviews. Till next time, I'm out.